How often do you find yourself losing interest in a presentation or a demo that you're watching? Do you ever think that your audience might be in the same place as you are? There is a very easy way you can fight this by just following the 8 seconds rule. So what is the 8 seconds rule? It's quite simple actually. The 8 seconds rule states that every 8 seconds at most, you have to do something compelling to drive your audience's attention back to you. That's it. Simple as that. The first time I got exposed to presentations and public speaking was all the way back in high school. Back then, platforms like YouTube and videos like Death by PowerPoint were still far off in the future. The only way you could improve your skills was by actually practicing them. And by doing that, you usually got a lot of feedback, especially if you asked for it. One huge piece of advice that I got throughout the years can be boiled down to the 8-second rule. Now, why is that important? We currently live in a largely online-driven world. Pretty much all of the presentations that we do, all of the demos that we deliver happen over the wire. We use our webcams, we share our screens. Everything happens without the direct human contact. Now that brings a problem. Back in the day when you delivered a presentation, it usually happened in a meeting room. You had direct access to your audience. You could see when they are losing interest and you could hopefully easily guide that interest back towards what you're talking about. Nowadays, it's much harder to see when your audience is losing attention. You might ask them to turn on their webcams, but it's extremely hard to monitor that 100% of the time. In order for us to be effective presenters and deliver impactful demos, we need to proactively fight for our audience's attention. What that means is we need to come on top of every single other distraction that they might have. That can be their phone ringing. It can be somebody at the door. It can be their kids crying in the next room and they need to go and pay attention to them.
Mom! Mom! Mommy! Mommy! Mommy!
That last one can actually be important, so you probably don't want to fight that, but still. You want to redirect their attention towards what you're trying to tell them. The way we do that, again, is by following the 8 seconds rule. What that means is you need to guide their attention to you every 8 seconds. So why 8 seconds? Why not 10? Why not 15? It's actually quite simple. It's because the average attention span of the human being has been dropping constantly in the past years. Eight seconds. 8. It's actually lower than the attention span of the average goldfish, so you can see how bad that can be. The fact is, we need to fight for every ounce of attention our audience has so we can deliver our message effectively. The 8 seconds rule is one of the things that can help us get there much more easily. So how do we follow the 8 seconds rule? This will largely depend on what audience you're presenting to, what type of an application you're showing them, what's your presentation style, and so on and so on. Bottom line is you need to find a way to do that every 8 seconds, grabbing their attention. That being said, we still have a lot of examples that you can take a look at. One of my favorite presentations ever is delivered by Jack Conte. He's the founder of Patreon, and in my opinion, he's one of the most ingenious presenters out there. I'm gonna leave a link to one of his presentations that literally follows this rule to the letter. You're gonna see how effective he is in conveying the information that he wants to give you and the way that he uses the slides, the music, the sounds to his advantage to grab your attention as you're watching. Try it. Do it in the next 3 presentations you have. Follow the 8 seconds rule. I promise you, you will see immediate results. Till next time.